So it seemed relevant for me to go ahead and do 24 right after doing 23, because 23, in the text of 23, it said, say what is to be said. And the title of 24 is do what is to be done. And so it seems to be very, very connected. This message of like, hey, you know, what what's driving your doing, what's driving your saying. And so here what 24 says is standing on tiptoes robs you of firm footing, rushing ahead robs you of knowing who you are, looking at yourself robs you of seeing, boasting about yourself robs you of your brilliance, overpowering others robs you of your power, clinging to your work robs you of your longevity. If you want to align with Tao, just do what is to be done and then stop. So very similar to what we read in 23, this idea that like say what is to be said, it's not yours, like don't worry about how other people are going to take it. This is also connected to that, but this is happening like within you, like looking at yourself robs you of seeing. Like the more you look at you in comparison to the world, you're seeing the world from this certain vantage point of in comparison to, rather than just observing it. And we talk about scientists and other things and like how we want to observe for the first time every time in other chapters. But here, like rushing ahead robs you of knowing where you are. You're like, oh, I'm looking for a destination. I'm looking for a destination. I'm looking for a destination. And it's like, let me get somewhere to stop. Let me get somewhere to stop. It's like, no, you're here. Like, be here. What's up? Like, do the being of here, whatever that is, whatever that looks like. It's not about getting your $1,000,000. It's not about winning that thing. It's not about having that stuff. It's not about getting married. It's not about, getting that person to do what you want or whatever. It's like, oh, all of that is like robbing you of so much. Standing on tiptoes robs you of firm footing, right? As soon as you get up on your tiptoes to like look ahead, as soon as you get up on your tiptoes, try and be taller, whatever reason it is that you're getting up on your tiptoes, like get your feet on the ground, be here, look at what you can see and observe it from here, from this vantage point. Boasting about yourself robs you of your brilliance. You're sitting there going, I am so special, right? And all of a sudden it's like, well, like your brilliance is now out the window, right? It's just like, oh God, this fool, what's he talking about? And just be here, be here doing what is to be done. I tell people all the time, like, don't worry so much about what you want, worry about what needs to be done. Do what needs to be done and your life will be fulfilled. Do what you want to do and you'll just continue to want. It's really a lost cause. Like as soon as you start wanting and engaging in your wants and your desires and all of this, like they'll just keep coming. They'll just keep coming. And you'll keep looking at all the things that you don't have. But there's still things to be done. So do what needs to be done. Don't worry about what you want. Clinging to your work robs you of your longevity. The more you hold on to it, as an artist, I've seen people do that. It's like, this is my favorite painting. I don't want to sell it. It's just like, let it go. Let it live its life. Like, what if your parents did that to you? No, you're my favorite child. You're going to get locked in the basement because I love you so much. Like, wait a minute. Like, it doesn't equate. So if you want to align with Tao, just do what is to be done and then stop. Just let it go. Let everything be as it is. Do what is to be done in this moment. There's nothing to looking forward, looking at what you want, looking at what you don't have, looking at all those things. Do what is to be done. Don't rush ahead. Don't look at yourself. Don't boast about yourself. Don't overpower others. Don't cling to your work. Let it go. It's all good. And you do your stuff and you do it from an open heart. You do it, you let it go, and it lives and it evolves, as do you. And you don't have to hold on to all that identity. Oh, I was in a band, or I used to, drive race cars, or I used to do this or do that or whatever. And and now you don't. And so who are you now then, right? This is all about identity. It's all about how am I measured and how am I measuring and how am I doing all of this. But when you just do what is to be done, it's like, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm an executive. I'm going to hire someone to pull my weeds. Well, if there's a weed that needs pulling, just pull it. It's like, well, I don't do that. That's not what my work in this, it's like, fuck that mean. Do what is to be done. Do what's in front of you right now. Be aware, be here, be present. Allow yourself to be here. Allow yourself to be you, whatever that is. Not the identity you think you are, but the true you that you are. Okay. Thank you again so much for joining me for another Tao of the Day. No, this isn't Tao of the Day. This is just another chapter of the Tao Te Ching. Tao of the Day, you can find me on the Wisdom Audio, social audio app. And usually Monday through Friday, I do a thing called Tao of the Day where you can come up and pick a number and then we'll go through it and its significance to you at that moment. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely join me on the Wisdom app. Otherwise, keep staying here on YouTube. I'm going to be finishing up all 81 chapters of the Tao. That was 24. Do what is to be done. And until next time, keep recovering yourself.